Vance, how did you get started?
Well, if any of you come from family businesses or have any peripheral family business that you either chose to be into or were told you have to be into, and if you wanted to live in that house, it's something that since from 8 years old I was mixing meat, grinding, making sausage, hogshead cheese, things like that, and learning pretty much from a various group of men over time, and then just participated in all the other things. I'm the youngest of three siblings, and I was 10 years apart from my other two brothers. And one of the challenges in a family business, and Ms. Brennan is here and she may know this, you don't always want to go into the family business. A lot of times it's a lot of long hours, hard work, and my older two brothers just opted not to. One decided to be an opera singer and tour the world. Another one still trying to figure out what he wants to do. And then I just decided to, because of the commitments my family made, to do that. Some of the challenges is that when you're going from generation to generation, I went off to school in Atlanta, got a degree, came back, and my dad was like, okay, here, fix it. And I'm like, okay. And it seemed like in this time when I was away, nothing changed. Time stood still. And we argued every day versus practicality and theory. And every time I brought an idea, he would say, oh, well, you know, I've been doing it like this way for years, your grandfather, and we're not going to change anything. And I said, but if we want to grow, if we want to do anything, we have to make some changes. So there was those challenges as well. I think that anytime you go into something that has been established and has a history and has a developed brand, you have to be very careful because, one, you don't know who actually is watching. You don't know who is paying attention to see what you do because of the equity that you've established within your community. The community I'm speaking about particularly is the Creole community in New Orleans, which I know some great newspapers like the New York Times has, as Poppy said at one time, brought me in because they at one time said Creole people were fables, were fairy folk, that we didn't exist. And one of the things that I find is that there's been a miseducation as to, one, what Creole is, what the culture represents, and who is a part of that particular designation. And one of the things that I've always wanted to do is to make sure that as a business person, you have a responsibility if you're going to operate within a certain culture, whether it's Italian food, whether it's Louisiana Cajun food, whether it's Creole food, to educate the consumer as to what you are, become an authority, make sure that as you grow and as you sustain yourself, that those consumers that come across your door leave with an understanding about what you are, how relevant you are to the culture, and why you represent the culture the way you do, and your food.